Maker with At Home Realty, and I'm so excited to welcome you back to another episode of West Michigan Wednesdays. Our goal here with West Michigan Wednesdays is to highlight a different local business or community organization each week so that we can learn more about them and this great place we call home. Today, we are standing inside the offices of ABI Inspections, a great local company that whether you're looking to buy or sell, can help you understand what's going on with the home. We're gonna go catch up with Ryan Fogg, the owner. With Ryan Fogg, and he is the owner of ABI Inspections. And Ryan, you guys do a lot of inspections in the area, right?
We do.
Can you talk a little bit about kind of how your business has grown over the years and kind of, you know, what's the purpose of the home inspection?
Oh boy, it has grown a lot. I started in 2002 by myself, and now we've got 4 other inspectors. And the market's grown. We've really matured as a company, as having office staff, and really just growing from just me into what I would say is more of a business model.
Yep.
Nothing against anybody doing anything singularly, a home inspection business or real estate. It's just our business has evolved.
Yep.
And it's been really good. Obviously, the market certainly helps.
Yep.
And it's different every day. You know, every home is different. Every buyer's different. It never makes the job boring.
Right, for sure.
It's just that change that kind of keeps the spark in it to go from honestly a really bad home to sometimes a really bad client.
Right.
And a dog, animals, anywhere in between. It keeps our job very interesting.
Yep. And why is it, I mean, I know from my realtor perspective why I think a home inspection is important, but what would the average consumer, what would they need to know about why that home inspection is so key when they're looking to buy, or even as a seller to know what might come up?
So sometimes people think the home inspection isn't worth it. And I don't mind, I'm not saying this about our company, I'm just saying industry-wide. It is so cheap to have a professional that does it every single day, come in with a second pair of eyes and go through the home. A lot of people will say, oh, my uncle's a builder. But he doesn't go through the process. He doesn't do the roof in the attic. He kind of, usually they kind of do a walkthrough. And not to say that they're bad, but they're not as good. And for the cost of the inspection versus the purchase price of the home, it's insignificant. And sometimes what I also feel is the people that really think, well, I can't afford it. They're the ones that need it most. Because if they get a hiccup with a furnace, they're the ones that necessarily don't have $1,000 laying around and say, sure, I'm just going to call Bauman and DeGroot and they're going to fix it. So the people that sometimes go, oh, I can't afford it, are the ones to be like, you can't afford not to. Because they really are designed, a good home inspection, to teach about the home so you know what's there and what's coming.
Yes, for sure. And I think for me as an agent, it's again goes to that kind of risk management. So when you are, when a client is purchasing a home, a lot of us, the first time we go through the home, you kind of have these blinders on, right? So like, oh, that's beautiful. Look at that plasterwork. And then you go back the second time and you're like, there's cracks all in that plasterwork that I thought was beautiful. So without that second set of, I would say, less emotional eyes, you may miss things. And then also, I've just been astonished at the number, every single house I go into has a different type of furnace, has a different type of water heater, whatever. And I love that during the home inspection, you can find out, oh, it's this old, or this is what needs to be done, or that kind of thing. So yeah, the service I definitely think is, by far super valuable to our clients. And then, but I know also what you deal with sometimes when you go through an inspection is that some of the things you find may have resulted from deferred maintenance or maybe even just a lack of knowledge about how these systems are to be maintained. So what are some things that you see often that with a little bit of foreknowledge or maintenance a homeowner could keep up on that makes it easier when they go to sell to not have some major issue come up that they're not aware of?
So usually that takes place in places no one looks. So for me, that would be attics. And it would be crawl spaces. No one wants to go in them, including me, but it's part of the job.
Right.
We have to do it, and it's absolutely great. But problems linger. So most people, if they just committed, all right, once a year, I'm going to get down in that crawl space. Look for plumbing leaks. Look for mold, mildew growth. It's really easy to clean a spot that's this big.
Right.
And after 10 years, it's the whole entire crawl space.
Yes, for sure.
Now the problem has gone 10x. And the solution is also 10x.
Yes. Yep.
If you managed it appropriately, it's simply a cleaning.
Yeah.
And that can really apply to the attic as well. Get up in there. Once a year, check for leaks. Check for leaks around flashing. Check for some mold, mildew. 10 minutes. And sometimes those are the most common areas where we go into on a home inspection and go, there's a pretty serious problem here that needs a solution, and no one's aware of it because they've just never looked. So in those tough spaces, attic and crawl spaces, just look.
Yep. And I think that's going to come more into play, right now, because your business is obviously booming with all the, along with the real estate market. People kind of take the inspection for granted a little bit. You see more people waiving the inspection, which are things that I generally don't recommend people do, but people are doing that. Or buyers are saying, I'll just take care of the issues myself. But whenever we go back to a more balanced market or tip towards a buyer's market, those things are going to become even more important, because then they have choices and can pick a house that doesn't have some sort of issue that they, are stuck dealing with or whatever. So another thing that I know, whenever that market shifts too, will be sellers getting pre-inspections even. I mean, I'm sure you get some of that still now, but that could be a great resource for clients who are looking to sell to have a pre-inspection so they know what issues to anticipate, or can even disclose those up front. So
I kind of liken on the pre-inspections. If you have Crown Motors used car and you trade in your car, they're going to give it to the mechanic and they're going to go through it. Then they're going to give it to the detail guy, and then they're going to put it out to the sales. Why? Because it sells for more money and they make more money. So if a lot of people will do some pre-maintenance, a lot of times, even if it's maybe pick something that's small. We find a plumbing leak in a crawl space that no one looked. And they use that inspection as part of their marketing. Here we had a plumbing leak. Here's the receipt from a plumber. We took care of it. If you're the buyer, you look at that and go, holy cow, I really want to buy a really clean house from someone who really takes care of it.
For sure.
And that's the attitude you want going forward.
Definitely.
I also think, on a side note on the pre-inspections, sellers can have a lot of anxiety about the inspection. What's going to come up? Someone's going to be going through my house. Everyone's home is very personal. And if someone has a lot of anxiety selling their home, the pre-inspection will just take that. Here's what we found. Here's what they're going to do. Here's what it looks like. Good, bad, or indifferent, you've got a leg up. Instead of just waiting in a reactionary form.
Absolutely. So I just sold my house.
That can be very helpful as well.
Yes, I just sold my house, and we had all those, it's an older house, and had all those same fears, even as a real estate agent. And I feel like, I go to every home inspection for my clients. So I feel like I kind of understand things pretty well. But when it's your own house, you just, that anxiety is there. So what I love about, Ryan and ABI, whether you're looking to sell or looking to buy, they can help you. They can make sure that you know what could be wrong with the house so that you're prepared and educated when you make that purchase or you make that sale. Totally invaluable in the real estate world. So, Ryan, thank you so much. And thanks for all the work you do, making sure that our buyers and sellers are really getting, a good product, and that they're being taken care of. I think that goes a long way around here. And it's evident that you guys take care of clients so well, and that's why you guys have been growing.
Well, let us know if we can help in the future.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me on this week's episode of West Michigan Wednesdays, where we caught up with Ryan Fogg of ABI Inspections. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to click like, comment, or share it so your friends can enjoy it too. And if you own a local West Michigan business or run a community organization, or if you have any real estate related questions at all, you can reach out to me, Heather Klontmaker, and I'd love to chat. We'll see you back here next week for another great episode of West Michigan Wednesdays.